Good evening, everyone. Bear with. It's all been a bit of a panic right at the end here. My computer system crashed, decided to crash. Well, not crash exactly. Let me just go to, where am I? Let me just see if my sound, let me know if my sound's all right. Let me go in the comments here. Yep. Let's have a look. Here we are. Okay, let me click on that. Yeah, I think I can hear myself. Yep, that's it. Test is done. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Welcome to the Early Birds, which is Paul of Plant Extracts and Mascara Snake, and who else? And Pete and Jimmy. Anyone else so far? No one else so far. So good evening, and any of you as well. How are you, everyone? Yeah, I had a bit of a computer issue just before I came on. The oh, that light, just bear with me. That's better. It was just like I could see it bright. The yeah, I had a bit of a computer issue. I've got a touch screen here, and it decided to as I moved it forward, I think I jolted something, and yeah, it all started going wrong. And it was literally about 5 minutes before the show, so I had to panic and put everything back together again. So how are you all? You all right? Good. It's Tuesday night. It's the boring Tuesday. It's that day of the week where as Mascara says, you have fuck all else to do, so you'll come and watch me instead. So good evening to you. Hope you're all well. Hello, Rick. How are you? And is Man? Did I just see? Oh yeah, Amanda's in as well. Hello, Amanda as well. And just waiting for people to come in. So should we do the legal bit? Shall we? Yeah, let's do the legal bit. Good evening. My name's not a Dr. Robert, or as I write here, not a nurse Robert. I'm here for your fun, entertainment, and anything else, and information. If you'd like some legal advice, please go and see your GP, your MD, or your MC, and anyone else that you think might be able to help you. All right, but yeah, anything I say here is just for entertainment. So good evening to you, and good evening, Chris, as well. How are you? Hope you're all doing well, Chris. Are you working tonight, Chris, or are you like slouching around and like looking at the show whilst you're meant to be at work, working for the enemy? Yeah. Pete, nice show last night. Good show last night. Good after chat as well. Bit different. Yeah, and good evening, Cookie, if you're there as well, if you're lurking in the background. And of course, the chief lurker, James, as well, if he's there, lurking there. And Paul has just arrived as well. Good evening. People saying hello to each other. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a funny week, hasn't it? I mean, the most obvious thing I just want to tackle straight away, and I'm gonna do a little dedication and to him at the end of the show tonight. Yeah, we lost Tony, of course, non-violent extremist, who was a great meme master. He was the chief administrator of all the channels. Hello, Miss Blue Sky. He was a great meme master. I was a victim of his memes, and it was great to be a victim of his memes. And I felt very flattered, actually, that he chose to make me and Jimmy and people like Uni and Jason as well. I'll be showing a few of those tonight as well. I did post them on the Telegram chat, but obviously not everyone's on Telegram. So yeah, sad loss, Tony. But I'll just do a few things at the end of the show tonight. I've got notes written down here. Look, see, notes written down. So I'm going to just tell you what I've been doing my allotment, what's next on my allotment. I've done the legal bit. In today's show, on today's, I forget what he says now. Who's a dumbass? On Pete's show, isn't it? That's tomorrow, Wednesday. I love Wednesdays. I love Pete's memes on a Wednesday. They're great, aren't they? Yeah, we've got music from Mr. Smith and someone who's in the chat as well. So we've got a very short piece of music from someone in the chat and from Mr. Smith, a guy called Mr. Smith. We've got your questions, of course. That's the new segment of the show where I ask you questions. I'll put a question up, like where I've written Nurse Robert here. I'll put a question up, and it's just something to you to think about and see what you think of it. We've also got health stories. I've got one on Lyme's disease, trans women, weed killer in France, and the Greenland women. And all the links are in the show notes as well. Hello, Mr. Smith. Welcome, sir. And welcome to all the new people that's joining me as well. Did I see that Jerry was here? Is Jerry here? Good evening, Jerry. How are you? And well, I've had a few new people join me, join the channel. So that's thanks for joining. I hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, my show is just to try and cheer you up on a Tuesday, whereas this used to be Jason of Raccoon's Raconteur's news slot. So this is it was Jason that encouraged me to do a health show. So, and it's evolved into something else now. It's a health show. It's an interactive chat show with you. And it's also, we've got a bit of a quiz at the end, a very short quiz. I've got a new quiz for you. Yes, I've got a new quiz. I found a new quiz, and I think you'll enjoy it. There's so many different subjects. There really is. So I think you'll really enjoy it. It's a little bit of fun. Again, it's just to break up your Tuesday evening, isn't it? And we, of course, at the end of the show, we're going to have an after chat as well. Me and 9 other people. And Matty boy is here as well. Hello, Matty, my son Matty. Good to see you, Matt. Matt's coming over to see me tomorrow. He's going to spend the night here. It's been a while. Matt used to live with me at one point for his sins, and then became very successful and started earning a lot of money and decided to go and live on his own. Quite right. I think that's about it. And I want to talk to you about a personal friend that I know that's been involved with something called Flight 149. I will talk to you about that in a very short while. And we've got the memes, of course, as well. I've got some memes, and I've got some videos to show you that should make you laugh, and also a bit informative as well about health as well. Again, it's just a bit of fun. So did you catch the show? Did you catch Jimmy's show on Saturday? That was a good show as well. He did a nice dedication to Tony, and our condolences go out to Jimmy as well. He lost his cat. There was someone else that lost their cat. I don't know who it was. Now, was it? I don't know if it was Mascara. I'm not sure. Someone mentioned it in the chat last night. So I'm so sorry, if you've lost an animal or anything recently. It's not very nice, is it? It's horrible. Who's here then? So, we've got Spanish as well as turned up. And I've said hello to Paula and Mr. Smith there. Yeah. And Miss Blue Sky as well. Matty, we've said hello to. I think I've caught up with the chat actually now. Chris, we said hello to, and Rick. Yep. It's great. Just tell me if you've got any news you want to share. Just put it in the chat. Let me share it with people. And that's about it really. So how are you? Have you been all good? Yeah, isn't it? It's really warm, isn't it? I don't know about where you are, but where this in Bedfordshire, where I am in just about 50 miles north of London, it's we've got at the weekend the temperature's getting up to about 22 degrees. I mean, it's crazy for this time of year, isn't it? Mind you, we didn't have any sun, did we? The summer's been dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Um, yeah, I'm probably going to be going abroad next year at least once. Because it's been a few years, which reminds me, I've got to get, oh, damn, I've got to get my passport sorted. I keep forgetting to get that done because it's running out soon. And the other thing that I've just remembered whilst I'm talking to you here now is, and I was going to tell you about it anyway, is, yeah, I've got to get my car service. I've got the MOT due at the end of the month. So I've got to have, I want to have, I went down, I've been on a few, as you well know, or some of you don't know, I went down to Torquay this year. I've been to Bournemouth a few times. I've been to Great Yarmouth and Gorleston. And my car's been really, really good. But on the way down to Torquay, I had one of the lights come on. And it's been running a little bit rough. And I think it's something to do with the fuel pump or something like that. And I think you can get that changed in a major service. So I'm going to recommend this website for anyone, and I think it's a really good website, whocanfixmycar.com. If you've ever got a problem, just go on whocanfixmycar.com and just get a quote. So yeah, it's to get my car done, my Mercedes done. It's just an old Mercedes, but for a full service, it's about 280 quid, which is what I expected, to be honest with you. I mean, you can get it done cheaper, but you got to look at the fine print, haven't you? You know, look at the fine print. What are they actually checking? What are they going to change? And things like that. So yeah, I've got to ring up the mechanic who's been working with me recently, or I've had some work done with him recently. So yeah. Good evening, James. You've showed your face there. Nice to see you, James. Chief Lurker James. And James gave us the good news about yesterday, about Kendo, which was great. We've heard that Kendo is out of hospital now, and so he's recovering at home, which is fantastic. And we wish Kendo a speedy recovery if you're watching Kendo. And I don't know if Steve the Tagoose is watching in sunny Spain, but yeah, I had a bit of a chat with him this afternoon on text. And I think he's having a mixed time out there. I don't know if he'll be doing a show on Thursday, but who knows, you know. But yeah, hello, Steve, if you're watching. And I'm going to crack open a beer here. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a golden ale. I'm joining. I know the people that drink. I'm joining Jimmy and Spanish. I don't know what Jimmy's drinking. Jimmy, what do you drink, Jim? Is it? Oh, you drink the. I saw actually. You drink the Polish lager. I saw you drinking it. Well, I don't know what you're drinking, Spanish, but yeah, tonight from Aldi, I've got this golden ale. It's a 4.5% golden ale. £1.39. £1.39. Let's crack this open. This is a health show, but it is Tuesday. Cheers, everyone. Polish Gok, Rob. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anyone else? What's everyone else drinking? And Ken Mascara says, cheers, Kendo, if you're watching. There we go. Look, see? Yeah. And what's been said in the chat? I was drunk. Pete says I was drunk. What was that? Last night, Pete? Was you drunk? Or am I misreading something? Was you? Jimmy Hagan, Mascara. Yeah. Oh, it was Mascara that lost his cat. Mascara, I'm so sorry, mate, to hear that you lost your cat. I really am. But talking about Mascara, I just wanted to share something with you. Mascara is a musician, and he's recorded a very, very quick. Rick's drinking red wine. Excellent. Yeah, lovely. And Paul of Plant Extracts, his coffee and a spliff does the job. Oh, I missed that, Paul. I've given up nearly. It's coming up to 2 years in January, Paul. I miss it and I don't miss it. You know, it's Yeah, it's I don't know. I smoked for quite a few years, so I am where I am. Anyway, I've got a little piece of music that I'd like to share with you from Mascara Snake, and let me. I have got it. I did have it ready here somewhere. Let me have a look. And there it is. There it is. Right. So we're just gonna larger there, and then we're gonna come back, and I'm gonna share this with you. Oh, hang on. Right. Let me come back here. I'll get rid of Max. There we are. Right, okay, so I'm going to share this with you. Mascara, I don't know what this piece is called, but it was very nice. It's a very unusual instrument. I will tell you about it in a minute. So I'm just going to show you this. Here we are. Where are you? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Ready? You ready? Here we go. Here we go. Let's make that big. Beg your pardon. Thanks, everyone. Oh, yeah, all right. I turned my sound off. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's called a Cora. Let me share it with you. Where it is share screen, Google search. There we go. Look. So it's called a Cora. There we are. A Cora is a stringed instrument used extensively in West Africa. Typically has 21 strings, which are played by plucking with the fingers. It combines features of the lute and harp. And so there we are. That's our Mascara Snake, who plays the Cora. Where did you, Mascara? I'll be fascinated to know what made you choose that instrument and how did you come by it? It's yeah, very unusual. I've never seen anything like it. So if you want to send it to me, Mascara, the proper file of that, because it would sound better. But yeah, and we've got more music coming up as well from one of the people in the chat now as well, Mr. Smith, who's in the chat now as well. I've got a tune from Mr. Smith that I'm going to share with you as well. Stick his channel up. Yeah. Well, you can do that Spanish. Oh, hang on. Let me find it. Yeah. All right then. Actually, I've got the link here, haven't I? So let me just do that. Hang on. Where is he? Mascara. Here we are. Copy that. And then we can put it in the chat. There we go. If you want to follow Mascara Snake, there we are. I've put his link in the chat here, so you can follow Mascara if you want to. I think I need a drink. Cheers. Thanks for reminding me to do that, Spanish. Thank you very much. What's been said here? Yeah, sorry about I forgot. See, I've got, look here. This is off when I do this. Look, and it goes red. Look. So if you ever see that off, you need to tell me in the chat, please. All right. So, yeah, just subbed. Oh, there you go, Mascara. Everyone's subbing to your channel, so you need to produce more material. You've only got a few videos on there. Go on, get to it, Mascara. Now we're pushing you. We're promoting you. What's the time? 20 past. Should we do some? I'll do it. Do you know what? I'm going to do a story first of all, and then we'll do some. Memes, some video memes and stuff like that. Don't forget, later on in the show, I've got a quiz. It's another music quiz, bit different this time. I found a new one, so hopefully you'll like it. And it's quite interactive as well. Let's have a look. Which is the one that I wanted to share with you first? Oh yeah, this is an interesting one. Let's share this with you. So, Greenland women seek compensation over involuntary birth control. Involuntary birth control. Yes, no, or yes, no. Go back. Bloody BBC. Right. A group of 67 women from Greenland are seeking compensation from the Danish government over a campaign of involuntary birth control. At least 4,500 women, some teenagers, were fitted with coils to limit birth rates among the indigenous population. An inquiry is due to conclude in 2025, but the women, some of whom are in their 70s, want compensation now. Greenland, now a semi-sovereign territory of Denmark, was a Danish colony until 1953. The scale of the campaign was exposed last year in a podcast published by the Danish broadcaster DR. Records from the National Archives showed that between 66 and 70 alone, 4,500 intrauterine devices, IUDs, were fitted into the women, some as young as 13, without their knowledge or consent. I find that a bit bizarre. How would they not know they've been... Yeah. Anyway, the government of Greenland estimates that by the end of 69, 35% of women in the territory who could potentially have born children had been fitted with an IDU, according to DR. The practice is known to have continued until 75, but the BBC has learned that it lasted for many years after that. One woman discovered she had been fitted with a coil when she struggled to become pregnant in 2009. Another told the BBC she had been injected with a contraceptive in 2014 without her consent. A commission set up by the Danish and Greenlandic governments to investigate the programme is not due to deliver its findings until May 2025. We don't want to wait for the results of the inquiry, said psychologist Nigel Lyberth. Lyberth, that's an interesting name with this story, who initiated the compensation claim. We're getting older. The oldest of us who had IUDs inserted in the 60s were born in the 1940s and are approaching 80. We want to act now. She said that in some cases the device fitted had been too big for the girls' bodies, causing serious health complications or even infertility, whilst in others the women had been unaware of the device until they were discovered recently by gynecologists. She accused the Danish government of the time of wanting to control the size of Greenland's population in order to save money on welfare. It's already 100% clear that the government has broken the law by violating our human rights and causing us serious harm, she said. The women are seeking £34,000 each. £34,800 each. Mads Pramin, the lawyer representing the women, sent a claim on their behalf to the office of the Prime Minister on Monday. She said that she expected the government to refuse the request pending the results of the commission, and that if it did, the group would take the matter to court. Last year, Denmark apologized and paid compensation to 6 Inuit who were taken from their families in the 1950s as part of an attempt to build a Danish-speaking elite with Greenland. Greenland has a population of just 57,000 and is both the largest island and the northmost area of land in the world. The territory has its own flag, language, and Prime Minister took control over its health system in 1991. Its currency, justice system, and foreign and security affairs are still run by Denmark. Greenland's health minister told the BBC last year she was unaware that contraception was still being given to women without their consent and in contravention of the law and ethics of care. Well, what a surprise that another government is doing something that people dislike and was against their knowledge, and B, they're wanting to have it done. It's rather disgusting again, isn't it, really? And I've got a story about that. So I'm going to show you a clip first of all, and then I'm going to read you the article. This is a lady. This is quite serious, actually. So this is a lady that I personally know, okay, and there's a good friend of my partner's. So I'm just gonna. This was on the BBC, okay. I don't know if many of you can remember Flight 149 that people got kidnapped in Iraq in 1990. So let me just show you this. Turn your volume up because the volume is a little bit low. So turn your volume up, please, if you can, because I can't. I don't know if I can do anything with this. I'll try and turn it up if I can. All right.
In 1990, so she still suffers with PTSD and flashbacks. Bryony Reynolds from Bedfordshire was working for British Airways as Iraqi forces invaded. Now she's part of a group launching legal action against the UK government and the airline. With more, here's Nicola Hazler.
As a young woman, Bryony Reynolds loved her job as a BA flight attendant.
It was absolutely fantastic. It was an amazing job, and I was so proud to work for British Airways.
But in 1990, her life changed. While she spent a night in a Kuwaiti hotel awaiting her return flight to London, Saddam Hussein invaded the country. It was the start of the Gulf War. Early in the morning, she got a call from the head of cabin crew.
So I got ready pretty quick. I went down in the lift, unfortunately on my own, because when the lift doors opened, the lobby was just full of Iraqi troops with Kalashnikovs, which, someone in their early 20s was just like, jeez.
And what happened to you when you were taken hostage?
Well, finding out that one of my colleagues had been raped on one of the buses. Others encountered beatings and things. We were fed about a spoonful of rice a day. They'd march you out, make mock executions, laugh, get you back. That was the way that they went about their business.
2 years ago, files newly released to the National Archives revealed that the Foreign Office was warned about the invasion, but kept that warning secret. British Airways says it was not warned. The hostages are now planning legal action against the government and the airline for allowing them to be used as human shields against Western attacks.
They will find out what happened to us, the public, and they will know why it shouldn't have happened to us and who was responsible for that.
The Foreign Office told us the blame lies entirely with the government of Iraq at the time. Nicola Hazler, BBC Look East.
A man.
So there you are. That's Bryony, and Bryony is still suffering terribly now from being made a hostage. I'm just going to read you the story as well. But Bryony's an amazing woman as well. She's been on the stage. She's a great singer, amazing singer, and she's been on the London stages as well. She's a professional. She was a professional singer, and she teaches now and everything. But she's such a lovely woman. I'm going to just read you. Now, where's the story? Let me find it. I've got it here, right? Okay. Let me present it to you, and I'm just going to share the story with you. Where am I? Is that the one? Yeah, here we are. Okay. So, former Kuwaiti hostage says she did not expect to survive captivity. When Iraq invaded neighbouring Kuwait on August 2nd, 1990, hundreds of foreign nationals were detained and used as human shields. As former hostages prepared to take legal action against the British government and the British Airways, a former cabin crew member reveals what it was like to be caught up in the international standoff. Bryony Reynolds was a 24-year-old cabin crew worker when she flew into Kuwait City from Delhi on August the 1st. She expected to fly back to London the following day. During the early hours of the 2nd of August, the second British Airways flight BA 149 landed in Kuwait to refuel. Miss Reynolds, now 58 and living near Harlington in Bedfordshire, awoke at the Regency Palace Hotel to find a note pushed under her door that Kuwait, the note said, had been invaded. Okay, hang on, let me just get rid of this. Let me get rid of these cookies. Hang on a second. Right, there we go. Right. That's when I realised I was in serious trouble, she said. She and her airline colleagues tried to call her families, but the telephone lines had been cut. They were later joined by the passengers and crew of Flight 149, which had been destroyed by Iraqis once it had been vacated. For the next 3 weeks, they were holed up in a hotel which the Iraqi military used as a base. And there we go. I don't know if we can spot her in this one. Oh, I don't know if I can spot her. I don't know if I can. On August 18th, the hostages had their passports removed and were herded onto buses and taken to Hospital University in Kuwait. I was petrified, Miss Reynolds says. Your only thoughts are from history when people got separated like a World War II. So I thought, no way, this is a good thing. At the university, they were split into groups of 12, which were taken away one at a time. We thought 12 was a nice, tidy number for a firing squad, she said. So when it was our turn, my heart was beating like crazy. Instead, they were taken to a disgusting house and put in one room with feces all over the walls and yoga mats to sleep on, she said. On the first night, Miss Reynolds' group was taken to a dining room where they were offered a meal of sheep's head with eyes still in it, in a kind of greasy grey broth. If I'd known it was the best food we'd have, she said, I'd probably have tried to eat a bit more. The next day, they were moved to the summer palace of the Kuwaiti royal family, which was not as grand as you would think. They were only twice allowed outside for exercise and were made to watch speeches by Saddam Hussein on television. We didn't expect to survive, Miss Reynolds says. It was a question of when are they going to shoot us? We didn't expect to get out alive. When the women and children were freed, Miss Reynolds felt a great sense of guilt. The route to freedom included a 17-hour journey through the desert in 40-degree heat to Baghdad. At one point, we stopped just outside Basra, she said. The soldiers marched us off the coach towards a dugout pit in the desert, and I thought, this is it. They're going to shoot us. Then they just laughed and got us all back on the bus. They loved teasing us like that. They were taken into a hotel in Iraq where the hostages were told they would only be going home if they were given their passports. On the day of their 25th birthday, Miss Reynolds was handed her passport. She arrived at Heathrow on September 2nd. Her male colleague would not be home until December, and there she is on the left-hand side. She claims she was pestered back to work by BA. BA phoned me every day, she said. They said it was a care call and told me I could have as much time as I needed, but at the same time asked me when I might be coming back. She was initially put on buddy rosters in which you were meant to be on the same flights as a trusted colleague, but this did not last, according to Miss Reynolds. She claimed she was told the other girls on the rosters were fed up with me, and she was kept away from her fellow former hostages. We were all essentially kept apart from each other for so many years, being told we were the only ones who were suffering and everyone else was coping. We now know this was not true, she said. We've all realised that we had to go we had not only had shared an experience in Kuwait, but a shared experience since we got back as well. She was privately diagnosed with PTSD about 6 months ago after her return to the UK. But it was not until 1997, having struggled to cope with for many years, that she was medically retired. I thought I was mad for 30 years. I don't want anybody else out there feeling this way, she said. I'll just come to the end of it. After leaving BA, Miss Reynolds trained as an actor and now runs a small theatre company in Toddington. But the terror of Kuwait has a long tail. It's always been there, she said. Every time I go to sleep, I'm still dreaming of Kuwait. A part of my mind is still there. It doesn't ever go. I mean, that's quite awful. And guess how many years that was? 33. Yeah, 33 years. That magic number again. So yeah, poor Bryony, she's still suffering, and there's a lot of stuff that she's also said, and I don't know whether to say it or not. But yeah, it's going to come out, and I think there's been a book written about it as well. But basically, the government knew that when that flight took off, that they may not be coming back, and they knew that. And so if we ever need any evidence, and that's for me, that's first-hand evidence, not to trust a government, that's it. It really is. Yeah, don't go to Kuwait, chicken, said Chris. Starfish Trooper says the government loves you. Yeah, it loves to use you as cannon fodder, Pete, eh? What else is being said here? Now, in terms of this previous story, Jimmy says same thing happened in Slovakia, where Roma women were forcefully sterilized. The practice still continues. It's probably more widespread than we really know. Probably right, Jim. And Chris says Greenland is where they filmed the Mars scenes. I think you could be right there, Chris. And he's also a bit worried that I might get another strike. But if I do, Chris, I only got a warning. But if I get a strike, I get a strike. I don't know why I would get a strike. I haven't done anything wrong. And Mascara is thanking everyone. And he promised to upload more when he's settled into his new house. Good on you, Mascara. And now, Sean. I just want to say, Sean, I don't know if you remember the Raconteurs days, you know, and you know, we always used to have a bit of fun and a bit. I mean, I take the piss out of myself and everything. What I just want to say, Sean, is right. I didn't mean to offend you, mate. All right, you know, I'm sure you do a great job when you try and you know, share important information in your pub, and it's very nice of you to offer people that pint if they ever come up to your pub. And that's very nice of you. And if you want to carry on watching, Sean, please do. And I'm sorry if I offended you. But yeah, there's a bit of ribbing going on here, Sean, you know. But there you go. What can you do? I hope you can stick around, mate. All right. What else has been saying here? The British truly fucked in Kuwait. Yeah. It was the British who set fire to all the Kuwaiti oil fields, allegedly, Chris. It's probably true, actually. Miss Blue Sky has said something here, or maybe, let's have a look. Hey, Sean, Rob's jokes are not meant to be taken seriously. If you notice, some people will give it back to Rob. It's just meant to be a bit of light-hearted fun, that's all. Truth with some fun thrown in. Thank you very much, Miss Blue Sky. Absolutely. Yeah, and she's back from eating. Sean says, Google John Haycock music. He's our kora player, and he can make that thing sing. Oh, there we go. So Sean knows a kora player as well. Bloody hell! I didn't know it was such a popular instrument. Mascara, do you know him? Have you heard of him? Bit of competition for you, mascara. MH17 says Starfish Troopers. Mr. Smith says the British sadly have a lot of blood on their hands throughout the centuries, and it looks like they won't change anytime soon. Absolutely. Good evening, BB. Flight 149, Operation Trojan Horse, Special Ops on board. You know your stuff, BB. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And they got the Special Ops, when the plane landed, they got taken off. The government knew what was going to happen with that flight. It's all cloak and daggers, mate. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're watching Health Freedom News and Chat Show. It's Tuesday night. It's the 3rd of October, and we're having a very warm autumn, certainly here in Bedfordshire. I hope everyone's well where you are. And what are you drinking tonight? I've got a little golden ale here tonight. Is BB having one of his delicious coffees? So I've got more music for you coming up from Mr. Smith, who's in the chat. I've got a tune coming up from him. We've got some memes as well. We've got the quiz at the end of the show. We've got the after chat. We've got more health stories. And we've also got a little dedication to Tony. Whilst we're talking about that, should we just throw in one of his famous memes, shall we? Yeah, let's just throw in one of Tony's famous memes. This was a very good one. Where are they? Where are they? Here we are. This is a very good one. New image from CCTV showing how the Queen died. Do you recognise this man? If so, please contact Metropolitan Police immediately and do not approach. Ah, Tony, we're going to miss your memes, mate. We really are going to miss your memes. He was the master, wasn't he? He really was. So, yeah. So I'm doing good. And where is the bloody Dinny? He was meant to be in tonight. He asked me to do something specific for him, and he's not here now. The silly ass. He's probably asleep, or on the old wacky backy. It's probably on the wacky backy. It's been on that. He likes a bit of that. Oh, bless Dinny, says Paula. Yeah, bless him. He's probably having a snooze. It's his age, isn't it? What's Sean saying here? I mean, all the hatred and death is British. The US military is a British-owned corporation. That's why there were two British coup attorneys, John Jay and John Adams, signing the Treaty of Peace. You know your stuff, Sean, don't you? Alongside Federal Freemason Benjamin D. Franklin. Oh. I actually thought that meme was showing Dinny doing the nasty to the Queen. Chris has said, I've sent him a screenshot, Robert. Yeah, he's probably asleep, mate. Honestly, he's probably asleep. Let's remove that. Ready for some memes, some video. Here's about 15 minutes worth. Go and have a cup of tea or watch this. This is entertaining. I'll see you very, very shortly. Thank you very much.
Is an electromagnetic torus field. It's white magnetic light splitting into redshift blue shift, which creates electricity. This is why you have red and blue veins. This is why you have red and blue sirens. This is why you have a red pill and a blue pill on the Matrix. This world is the electric world. Everything has a wave. Good and evil, positive and negative. The torus gives you the U-torus, the portal. This is the stargate into the physical world. They say that this is the atom, but if you add up the sacred geometry, it's the same thing as a torus field. The torus field gives you as above, so below. Every equal opposite force has another equal opposite force. The center of the torus field is an inhale and exhale, which corresponds with all things in this creation. Everything has to have an inhale and exhale, which regenerates life. This is why the seeds are in the center of the apple. The apple's a mini torus field, and the seeds regenerate the life. Your spirit is a spiraling torus field. This is a top-down view of a torus field. And this is the top of your head where your crown chakra is. The crown chakra is the petal, which is a spiraling energy field. Torus field gives you the binary code 0 and 1, 10, which is perfection, the male phallus and the female. So it's magnetism splitting into electricity. The effect of a radiating magnetic wave, pulsing wave, creates a vibration, which is electric. This is why your heart pulses but not vibrates, because it's a radiating magnet.
So the other day I did a video about how we're never running out of water, we're never running out of oil, we're never running out of anything. It's abundant, it's all below us. And interestingly enough, when you get into pendulums and dowsing, you can find more on this, because what you're doing is you're using a pendulum or a dowsing rod to find luminous rays. Everything spins, everything oscillates. And what you're doing is you're finding the spin of the oscillation of the water, of petroleum, of natural gas as well. All these things they make us pay for, they are all free and they are all below us. Here we go into salt, you go iron, coal, other bodies. Now what's interesting is dowsers were actually used to find water for pharmaceutical companies, medical companies, energy companies. So if all of this is not true, then why are the largest corporations in the world using dowsers to find all of this stuff, but then charging us when it's all free?
Fresh apples, picked 10 minutes ago from the tree, just opposite the supermarket. Lovely, free food, we love that. Chopped up into the juicer. One disinfected container, apple juice, pourer, 20-minute-old apple juice, and a little bit left over for me to try. Oh, delicious. Thanks for watching.
Diary. The cat is a curious, magical creature. It's as if a teddy bear mated with a cactus, and it's much less fun to play with than it would appear. And yet it poops delicious candy into a box of pea-flavored sprinkles. Dearest Human guards these treats jealously, often harvesting them into a barrel. But I will admit that I sneak one from time to time. They are delicious. Forgive me.
This is all you need to clean your entire house: vinegar and baking soda. Conventional products for cleaning the house, laundry detergents, dish soaps, carpet cleaners, dishwasher detergents and rinse aids, these contain many chemicals known to impair hormonal function, known to disrupt your thyroid, linked with cancer, linked with infertility, all sorts of harmful things in these, when all you need is simple, natural ingredients: white vinegar and baking soda. You can use baking soda to wash your dishes. You can use baking soda or vinegar to wash your clothes. You can use white vinegar to clean your countertops or the bathroom. Simple, natural ingredients in your home will eliminate so many toxins and improve the health of you and your family. This is such an incredible hack.
Demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. Why that many years? Because this is the minimum number of years which requires to educate one generation of students in the country of your enemy, exposed to the ideology of the enemy. In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism, American patriotism. The result you can see. Most of the people who graduated in the 60s, dropouts or half-baked intellectuals, are now occupying the positions of power in the government, civil service, business, mass media, educational system. Ecological shock when they will see in future what the beautiful society of equality and social justice means in practice, obviously they will revolt. They will be very unhappy, frustrated. These people will be simply squashed like cockroaches. Nobody is going to pay them nothing for their beautiful, noble ideas of equality. This they don't understand, and it will be a greatest shock for them, of course. The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already. For the last 25 years. Actually, it's overfulfilled. Most of it is done by Americans to Americans. Mentioned before, exposure to true information does not matter anymore. A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I shower him with information, with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures, even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camp, he will refuse to believe it until he is going to receive a kick in his fat bottom. When a military boot crashes his, then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization. Situation is under control. Situation is not under control. Situation is disgustingly out of control. Most of the American politicians, media and educational system trains another generation of people who think they are living at a peacetime. False. United States is in the state of war. Undeclared total war.
Radiation from a digital watch is within government safety levels, but grossly weakens the muscles. Smartwatches, you know how they always tell you about the smartwatches and you can track your steps? Well, if it weakens the body, then it's also going to weaken the heart and it's going to weaken the brain. And also magnets. This is an interesting one. Check this. If you put magnets on top of a hand, the hand or the body becomes stronger. Okay? If we put magnets below the hand or on the palm, the hand and the body becomes weaker. How do we hold our phones? You hold them in your palm. You don't hold them like this. You hold them in your palm. So if there's magnetics that are taking place in your hands, the body will become weaker. As somebody just said, a weak society is an easily controllable society. Yes. If you are inverting every single thing in which a human or a person or an animal or something is supposed to be doing and flipping it, then all of a sudden they're going to start to have issues. Somebody wrote down here, I wore a Fitbit for years and it made my arm go numb. So thankfully, I'm aware enough to realize that that's what it was. Yes, any of those smartwatches and anything, just wear some copper or just wear some brass or wear some silver or wear a piece of a crystal or a stone. Those are piezoelectric healing properties.
Ice cream is a health food. It's so good. But this is not just any ice cream. This is animal-based ice cream that I made myself. How do you make animal-based ice cream? You start with raw cream, you add organic fruit. This is dragon fruit flavor. This is mango flavored. You add a little bit of sea salt. I have raw egg yolks in there. I have glyphosate-free honey. And I've got some hard and soil supplements. So I've got beef organs and colostrum in both of these animal-based ice creams in a blender. Then you put it in the freezer for a few hours and boom, voila, you get animal-based ice cream. This is a health food, especially when it's made this way. Raw egg yolks contain choline, vitamin K2, biotin, riboflavin, folate. So many incredible nutrients for your brain and for your body. 60% of the immunologically active components in dairy are found in the milk fat. That's concentrated in the cream. Do not eat regular ice cream, but you don't have to give up one of the most enjoyable foods for humans in your life. You can make animal-based ice cream. Do not fear truly raw animal-based ice cream like this. You're welcome.
Anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to stand up on your own 2 feet. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness and compassion. Anything that has power over you is teaching you how to take your power back. Anything you hate is teaching you unconditional love. Anything you fear is teaching you courage to overcome your fear. Anything you can't control is teaching you how to let go. Everything in life is teaching you something.
How to raise your vibration. Your thoughts are electric, your emotions are magnetic. Every thought has an emotion attached to it. Your emotions are felt in the heart, and the heart is 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. In order to raise your vibration, you need to think properly. You need to have positive thought patterns. This will then have an effect of positive emotions, of feeling positive. When you feel positive emotions, you are putting out an electromagnetic vibration into the ether. Not only this, you are actually positively charging all the cells in your body. Every thought, every emotion you feel is affecting your cells and your health. You could eat the most cleanest foods ever, but if you're feeling negative all the time, you will have poor health. Because disease only exists on low vibrations, it cannot physically live on a high vibration environment. So if you want to raise your vibration, you got to master your mind. Master your mind, you will master your emotions. And never say anything negative, and never associate with negative talk, because you become that vibration. By doing this, you will naturally attract people who are on that similar vibration that you are vibrating on. Everyone in your life is a reflection of the vibration that you put out.
One of them is going to be exposed to high levels, and the whole reason that we've covered them in tinfoil is because the environment of this classroom is filled with that. Right, so we had to try to isolate the plants inside of there and not let the Wi-Fi get in there.
I don't really know if it'll affect anything because, like, I grow plants in my, like, I have Wi-Fi in my house and I grow plants all the time and they grow fine.
It's gonna die.
You think so?
Yeah. It blew my mind that the Wi-Fi off, like, the plants are growing.
Yeah.
But Wi-Fi on, the plants are growing. So I think that when the Wi-Fi's on, it's affecting the world. Like, affecting the whole entire world.
What are people's arguments against our results going to be?
The Wi-Fi on.
I want a job. I don't want to be a corporate girly. I don't want to climb the ladder. I don't want to be a boss babe. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to be the breadwinner. I do not want to do that. You know what I want to do? I want to be home. I want to be cooking in the kitchen. I want to be cleaning. I want to be shopping. I want to be making brownies. I want to be cooking dinner, making homemade meals every night, almost every night. I want to do all the things.
Red meat is not causing climate change. Look at these cows. They're eating grass. They are regenerating the land. Yes, they burp out some methane, but the carbon in that methane was part of the carbohydrates in the grass. And how did it get there? It came from atmospheric carbon dioxide that is fixed into the grass as the plants do photosynthesis. That is the carbon cycle. Cows don't create new carbon. They are part of a natural cycle of ruminant animals, bison, buffalo, antelope, elk, that has been going on for millions and millions of years. Look at this graphic from 2016 from the EPA. It shows that cows are far from the highest emitter of carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide equivalents in the environment. What are the major culprits? Transportation, electricity generation, burning coal, and technology. Those industries are trying to distract you by blaming these guys. But these animals provide humans with some of the best food on the planet. If we truly want to take care of humans and take care of the planet, we will have more cows raised properly like this in a regenerative fashion, and we will discard the lies that these animals have any meaningful contribution to climate change at all.
I save all my eggshells in a Ziploc bag until I have enough to bake in my toaster oven. After 20 minutes at 350, they are sterilized. I use the bottom of a bottle to crush them into small pieces. Then I add a few handfuls to a mortar and pestle, and I grind them into a fine powder. I add 2 tablespoons of the powder to 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and I let this chemical reaction liberate the calcium from the eggshell for about 3 minutes. Then I add that solution to 2 liters of water and use that to fertilize my calcium-hungry fruit and vegetables, like tomatoes and peppers, like these banana peppers, eggplant, and calcium-rich leafy greens like Swiss chard and spinach.
Bill Gates and other investors are betting Kadama Systems can reduce carbon dioxide in the air by chopping down and burying trees, which has raised $6.6 million in seed funding from Bill Gates' Breakthrough Energy and others. Scientists say burying trees can reduce global warming as well. I don't know where they're finding these scientists, by the way. To help address the problem, the U.S. Forest Services aims to thin out 70 million acres of western forests, mostly in California, over the next decade, extracting more than 1 billion tons of bone-dried biomass. Normally, when you cut down trees, when you're a lumberjack, when you have a lumber company, you're selling the lumber to build houses, people buying from Home Depot or whatever. They're arguing that they want to, rather than sell the timber, take all that wood and just bury it, because they're saying that that is a better solution. And so, in other words, this is a business because they're getting money to create carbon offsets. And this is what Bill Gates is financing.
Forgive me, for I have sinned. I pulled a tiny branch off. Forgive me, Jimmy. Please forgive me. Come on, Jim. It's a little branch. Look. Look. You know, I didn't mean to pull it off. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, well. Chat's getting interesting. Cheers, Pete. You're very welcome. Are you sure you got it now? Because I can do it again. Ready? Okay. Okay. Look. Here we go. Look. Here we go, Pete. Ready? Get your screenshot ready. Oh, hang on. There we go. Ah, dear. That one was for you, Jim. Yeah, I was making some. Yeah, it was me, Jim. It was me, man. I was making some apple juice today. I literally went across the road. I picked the apples, and you're welcome, Pete. And yeah, I made apple juice within under 20 minutes. It says apple juice in 15 minutes, but it took me about 20 minutes. So there you go. But yeah, that was good, wasn't it? I like those memes. Not as funny. There wasn't as many funny ones this week, but some interesting ones. Bezmenov. I thought everyone would enjoy that. We often talk about him. What have I got here? Look. What's that mark there? Look. I don't know what that is. We often talk about Bezmenov, don't we? About how to take over a country incandescently. Here, Robert, what's the questions? It's gone. Oh, yeah. What are the questions, Paula? It's a very good question. What are the questions? Here's the first question for you all. Yeah? Yeah? Here's the first question. If you had a free hand on Bill Gates' funds, what one issue would you spend it on? If you had a free hand on Bill Gates' funds, what one issue would you spend it on? Answers on a postcard. And or in the chat would be nice as well. Thank you very much. Chris, I best do some work. Your Amazon Prime isn't going to deliver itself. Exactly, Chris. Get on with it. Go and do some work. And Let me know what you would spend your Bill Gates's funds on. Do you know what? I'm going to make you wait for that music tune from Mr. Smith. I'm going to make you wait for that. Don't forget, end of the show, we've got an after chat. We've got a little dedication for Tony as well. Should we show you another meme from Tony, shall we? Yeah, let's show you another meme from Tony, because he was the meme master, wasn't he? Let's find another one here. Here was another one. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here's another one with Dinny. Here we go. Oh, sausage fingers there with Dinny. Meaning it. See, I always knew Dinny was a bit dodgy. And also, as a child, Dinny had a bit of a habit. Ah, dear. And yeah, I used to I used to lift pianos. I used to deliver pianos to Top of the Pops and places like that. And yeah. So here's a little photo of me. Look. I actually did used to deliver pianos to Top of the Pops. And that's why Tony did that, because he was a cheeky chappy and we loved him for it. And he'll be very, very missed. He really will be very, very missed. So, yeah, there we go. Let's have a look. So mascara would spend it on hookers and blow. Well done, mascara. Bill should get his tits reduced, said BB. James said he'd spend it on the homeless. Yeah, well, the government don't want to spend it on the homeless, do they, James? They just want to give it to Ukraine. I'm probably saying something racist there. Yeah, Jimmy would also spend it on hookers and cocaine. There seems to be a theme going on in this chat. Now you know, Rob. Take the apple and leave the cordon where it can produce again next year. I think there's plenty of room on that tree, Jimmy. Honestly. I'd buy all the land surrounding Dinny's forest, said Chris. I like that. That's very good. Pete says, what, Germany? Oh, that's very good. Now, Spanish, don't get triggered now. Come on. This is a Tuesday evening fun show now. Come on. Let's play nicely, everyone. Do you want another question then? No, you're not going to have one. Let me remove that question. Hang on. Let me just take that one out. Where is it? Here we go. Hide that one. There we go. You're back to Not a Nurse, Robert. I'm going to read you another story. Thanks for joining me on Health Freedom Show tonight. It's Tuesday night. It's the 3rd of October 2023, and I'm not a nurse, Robert, and not a Dr. Robert. This is my surgery. It's my Tuesday night surgery, where we're just trying to cheer up your Tuesdays and give you some information on health and some stories about health, and just try and put a bit of a smile on your face, like Tony used to try and put a bit of a smile on our face, and like Pete and Cookie will be doing tomorrow on their show, and Jim will be doing on his show, and maybe Steve will be doing that as well. Here's one as well. Yeah. From the Mail Online. Thousands of women are not being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes as blood tests are geared towards men, study suggests. Racists. Thousands of women may be missing out on type 2 diabetes diagnosis after a study found blood tests to be geared towards men. Well, I thought they all wanted to be men. Scientists looked at blood sugar readings all over for over 1 million people in England and Wales being tested for diabetes. They found women aged below 50 had significantly lower blood sugar readings on average compared with men. This suggests women with diabetes would have a lower blood reading than men with the disease. Therefore, almost 35,000 women under 50 would test negative for diabetes when they do, in fact, have the disease, the researchers estimated. Changing the blood sugar test cutoff point could increase the rate of women diagnosed with type 2 diabetes by 17% a year. Dr. Adrian Heald, a co-author of the study, said. This investigation has observed an intriguing phenomenon, but more research is needed. What else? Promptly diagnosing women with type 2 diabetes can help them take action on exercise and diet, or take drugs like metformin to take their blood sugar at a healthy level. This is important to prevent blood vessel damage from diabetes, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes in the long term. A commonly used test to see if someone has diabetes is the HbA1c blood sugar test. This checks the level of glucose attached to blood molecules called hemoglobin. But as younger women typically have periods every month, they lose and replenish hemoglobin faster than men, so may accumulate less glucose. The research published in the Journal of Diabetes Therapy suggests this may explain their lower blood sugar readings, which could lead to being misdiagnosed for diabetes. The research will be presented this week at a European Association for Study of Diabetes conference in Hamburg, Germany. Well, my opinion about that is that I think this is a little bit of we want people to be diagnosed more so we can get you more drugs. We can put you on more drugs. And I mean, if women have got a problem, they normally go to the doctor anyway, and any doctor worth his salt should be able to spot through a blood sugar test whether they're pre-diabetic or whatever. So I'm not with this one. I think again it's a bit of a psyop, and maybe again it's a push for women to go towards their GPs and actually say to their GP, "Oh, can you test me? I think I might have diabetes." You just never know, do you? What's being said in the chat? Oh, there's 16 comments since I last looked. Let's have a look. Yeah, but all the hookers will be adults, said Mascara. Let's have a look. I can't say that, Sean, because that could get me into trouble. Now, children, come on. Okay, should we have some music? So last night in Pete and Cookie's chat, there was a Mr. Smith, and Mr. Smith is a musician, and if you'd like to follow Mr. Smith, I'm sorry if the sound isn't as good, but if you go directly to his channel, I will put his the link in here. Anyway, stop that. Hang on. Right, let's copy that. And I'm just going to put this in the channel anyway. So if you want to follow him and sub to him, please do so. Okay, so there you go. It's in the channel. I'm going to share this with you now and see what you think. This is Mr. Smith. Let's have a look. It's called Never Too Late. I quite like this tune. I really like this tune. So give Mr. Smith a sub. Yeah, thank him for this music. All right, let's share this with you. I'm going to take myself out as well. Let me hang on. Yeah, okay, I'll do that in a second.
Round and round we go, where the loop stops, no one one seems to know all the things we do, but we don't want to. When it's all just on repeat, you keep on walking the same streets. All the things we do, but we don't want to. So take it when it's there. You know nothing lasts forever. So take it while you can. It might not be there for long. It's never too late. It's never too late to change. Round and round again. We don't know the rules, but we play the game. All the things we do, but we don't want to. When it all goes round and round, you keep on walking the same ground. You keep going forward, but you're going nowhere. So take it when it's there. You know nothing lasts forever. So grab it with both hands. It might not be there for long. It's never too late. It's never too late to change. So take it when it's there. You know nothing lasts forever. So take it while you can. It might not be there for long. It's never too late. It's never too late to change.
There you go. That's Mr. Smith. I quite like that. That was a good little tune. I hope he doesn't feel insulted me saying I thought it was a good pop tune. But yeah, I thought it was a really good tune. Well done, Mr. Smith. Yeah. So it's good to promote people that are independent and everything, I think. So again, if you know any artists that want promoting, please let me know. Good evening, Blazing Stars. How are you? he's here. The Blazing Stars. Is he going to get banned? It's good to see you, mate. No, we met Blazing Stars the other night in the chat. He was good. Good eye, Blazing Stars. So yeah, don't forget we've got the quiz at the end of the show, and a little dedication to Tony as well, and then we've got an after chat as well coming up very soon. Another story for you here. Let's have a look. Let's share the screen, and which one are we gonna share this time with you? I like this. This one's for the ladies. For the ladies. This one's for the ladies. I'm a skincare expert, and these are the 4 things I avoid to stay wrinkle-free. So let's go down here. Let's go down here. Wearing makeup overnight, forgetting to take off your makeup when you go to bed could speed up skin aging, she claims. This is the equivalent of suffocating the skin, said Miss Prisk. Miss Prisk. She added, when we sleep, our skin repairs itself, something that is crucial for skin healing and optimum health. But wearing makeup overnight interferes with the skin's production of sebum, a sticky, oily substance that the body releases to keep skin moisturized. It's also vital for fighting off free radicals, which break down collagen and can lead to wrinkles and saggy skin. Also, vitamin C is very good for your skin as well. So take lots of vitamin C if you can. Skipping SPF. Not sure I agree with this, but there you go. SPF isn't just for blistering hot days to stop your skin getting burnt. Wearing it every day when it's overcast will help prevent your skin from going saggy and wrinkly, Miss Brisk said. Miss Brisk. It's right, Twister. For the sun's ultraviolet light not only increases the risk of skin cancer, it encourages premature aging, Miss Brisk said. If the skin is exposed to the sun over prolonged periods of time, it can result in sagging, wrinkled skin, and also pigmentation and uneven skin tone. Using face wipes, these may seem like a convenient, quick, and easy way to remove makeup, but dermatologists urge people to avoid them. Experts say face wipes contain harsh chemicals that strip the skin of natural oils and interfere with the pH levels, encouraging dryness and wrinkles, says Miss Prisk. Using physical scrubs. Just like face wipes, scrubbing the skin can also be terrible for your skin's natural barrier. And whilst physically scrubbing can help remove blackheads, it also raises the skin's natural moisture that is vital for a youthful appearance, like mine. If you're wishing to exfoliate your skin, then opt for a chemical exfoliant instead of such as glycolic acid or salicylic acid. These can benefit skin texture as well as unblocking pores, leading to cleaner, healthier skin. There we go then. Some advice for the ladies and you gentlemen who like to look after your skin as well. Yeah, my tan's fading as well, Blazing Stars. Yep, my tan's fading as well. I've got a nice tan over the summer. I don't use, people know on here, I don't use sunblock or anything like that. I just use my wonderful salve, healthfreedom.co.uk, if you want to buy some. healthfreedom.co.uk. On special offer at the moment, 20 quid. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. So, allotment, all the tomatoes are done now. They've all been frozen into bags. They've all been, turned into tomato juice. The last lot, what I did was, instead of taking the skins off and everything, I put them in the food processor. I chopped them up, put them in the food processor, skins and everything, and just like quick blast, and literally just juice them right down, and then put those straight into the freezer in freezer bags. And I used one today actually to make a pasta sauce, and it was mwah. So the allotment's done, all the sweet corn's done. That was delicious. Going to do loads of sweet corn next year. Tomatoes were great. Really, really happy with it. So now it's going to be like taking everything down, chopping it all down, and getting all the weeds up and everything, and starting to plant new things ready for the over the winter. And here we have some garlic, some lovely garlic. So we're going to be planting loads and loads of garlic here. And actually, no, that's not the garlic. Do you know what that is? They're the onions. They're the onions. Yeah, the onion sets. And here's the garlic. There we are. There's the garlic. So the garlic is going to be put in. So we're going to be doing loads of garlic, loads of onions, and next year loads of sweet corn as well. So carrots. I didn't do any carrots this year, so I'm going to attempt carrots as well. So yeah, just keep learning to grow things and teach myself, and cook and grow my own food and cook my own food, and just learn more and more skills by just working on the earth. I mean, the allotment only cost me about 40 quid a year, and it's a good little habit. I used to spend much more than that on cannabis. Oh God knows, I don't like to think how much I used to spend on that. But that's a different life. So what's been happening in the chat? Let's have a look. Jimmy said, Jimmy, hang on. Seen my ex-missus a few months ago, and she looked like she'd put a pile of crap on her face with a worn-out plastering trowel. Paula says, Vaseline under the eyes and a good scrub with Vim. Blazing, I'm fed up looking so young now, says Blazing Stars. Yeah, man. When I saw you the other night, you only looked about 21. Yeah. Let's have a look. What's it? Do they even make Vim anymore, says BB. Right then, I think I've caught up with the chat. There we are. It's almost 9:30. So what we're going to do? Yeah, I'm going to do. I'll do some memes actually, because I haven't done any memes. No, I'll save those with Tony's as well. Another question? Well, another question. Of course you do. How about this one then? Because it is your questions, right? What do you think people will say when they gossip about you? I know what they say about me. Fucking annoying git. Thank fuck he's gone, they say. Yeah, so what do you think people say when they gossip about you? According to the chat tonight, I think there's a lot of gossip going on. Let's have a look. Any quick answers? Who fucking cares, says Spanish. Jimmy says, you know well, Spanish, when the love disease takes over, you just can't see what is in plain sight. He needed to finish the walls. He needed to finish the walls. Oh, Pete, you funny fucker, you. So, what do you think people say when they gossip about you? Eh? James has got a good one here. Don't talk to that ginger git. He will still hurt your soul. Or steal your memes as well. I steal memes. That's my job. Outcast, says Rick. And Spanish says, friends don't do that shit. No, they don't, do they, Spanish? Yeah, Pete, exactly. Thank fuck he's gone. Exactly, mate. That's what they say, yeah. So what do you think when people... Yeah, there's a few... That's quite a few funny ones. Yeah, Paula. What the feck is she on about? Chicks my age... I like this one, Blazing Stars. Chicks my age say, I'm not looking for a toy boy. Don't take my driving license out to the pub these days. Hello, Nubin. Welcome, Nubin. How are you? Strange person who doesn't have a TV. Yes, Nubin. That's me, actually, as well. I haven't had a TV for 10 years. So, yeah, what do people say about when they gossip? Well, I think we're done with that one, aren't we? Let's go back to that. Banners. Let's get rid of that one. I've got another one for you in a minute. Let's do another story. Nearly there. We're nearly there. Then we've got the quiz soon as well. Got another pop quiz for you. This one's for Spanish because I know he likes his tea. Right? A cup of tea a day will keep the diabetes away, but experts say the biggest benefits come from one particular type. The first cup of tea can often feel like a lifesaver in the morning. Now research suggests that the ritual is good for your health. slashing the chances of developing type 2 diabetes by 28%. Experts believe tea has potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, which improve insulin sensitivity. The effects were particularly strong in dark tea, an ancient tea which involves microbial fermentation in the manufacturing process. Researchers from the University of Adelaide in Australia and Southeast University in China looked at the daily tea drinking habits of nearly 2,000 adults from China. Participants included both non-habitual tea drinkers and those with a history of drinking only a single cup of tea. They were asked about the frequency of tea drinking, ranging from never, occasionally, to often and every day, and about the type such as green, black, dark, or other tea. Let's have a look then. So down here, anything that's been said down here? Dark tea drinkers had a 53% lower risk for pre-diabetes and 47% reduced risk for type 2 diabetes, even after taking into account established risk factors, including BMI, average arterial blood pressure, fasting plasma glucose, blah, 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 blah. Researchers stressed the findings were observational, so could not prove a causal link, but that further studies hoped to. A professor from Southeast University said, our findings suggest that drinking tea, dark tea every day, has the potent to lessen type 2 diabetes risk and progression through better blood sugar control. When you look at all the different biomarkers associated with habitual drinking of dark tea, it may be one simple step people can easily take to improve their diet and health. So drink more dark tea if you can. I thought green tea was meant to be good for you as well. Does it say anything about green tea up here? Let's have a look. Drinking tea every day, blah, 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 blah. No, didn't say about really anything about drinking green tea. So there you go. I didn't even share that article with you, did I? Did I? I don't know, actually. Let's come back to you. Well, you able to see that article or not? I don't know. Oh, well, if you couldn't, you couldn't. I read it to you. So drink more tea, everyone. Right. Should we do a few more? Let's do a few more. Good evening, Michael Maddock. I'm just guessing, he says. Let's do another question. We've got one more question I'm going to ask you here. Let me find it here. There we are. Here's another one here. What would you prefer, a sea view or a country view, and why? What would you prefer, a sea view or a country view, and why? And here's the last one as well. I'll throw it right in there. What's your happiest memory as a child? So what's your happiest memory as a child? And what would you prefer, a sea view or a country view, and why? Yeah. So I'm going to do some memes now. I'm going to share some memes with you. Share screen. Entire screen. There we are. Right, so I need to go back into that and click onto it. Oh, hang on 1 second. Let me just get this up. Let me just get this up. Summer memes. There they are. Make that large. And then let's just get rid of that one. Close that window. Right. So now I can do this with you. Right. Entire screen. Here we are. Window. Entire screen. Right. Share. Here we go. Okay. So here's this week's memes. Hope you enjoy them. Philip and Hugh do a nice surprise welcoming party for Russell Brand. I did like that. I thought that was very good. Stop up. This is Ferrybridge Services electric charging points powered by diesel generators. You really couldn't make this up. And there we go. Look, there's all the diesel generators down here. And here's all the cars being given their electricity. Isn't that good, eh? And yeah, so here we have on the top left, climate change crisis. We're all boiling. And then we have the, on the top right here, we have the alien crisis. And then on the bottom left here, we have the nasty dog crisis. And on the bottom right here, we have the Russell Brand crisis. And this was my front of my my show today. Watched in amazement when India landed on the moon. Traded my XL Bully for a Chihuahua. Driving my Tesla at 20 miles an hour. And standing with Russell Brand. Attitude to monsters when you've been through the last 3 years. Yep. A cured patient is a lost customer. Keep them sick, keep them scared. Absolutely. Perhaps you were born for such a time as this. Where have you been? Sorry, SatNav took me through Wales. Apologies to everyone who lives in Wales. Can you drive a car? No. Pick your bedtime? No. Drink a beer? No. Vote? No. Cut off sex organs and take hormones? Yes. We have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton. Dun, dun, dun. Deads. Me after spending all my money down the Lidl in the middle aisle, not the Aldi's middle aisle. Didn't rhyme, did it? So there you go. Who loves a bit of Lidl in the middle? I love a bit of Lidl in the middle. Stop sharing that. There we go. Did you like those? I've had those for a couple of weeks now. 20 to 10. It's nearly time. Yes, it's nearly time for the big quiz. I don't think I'm going to do any more stories tonight now. Let's do a bit more about Tony, shall we? I've got a question for you as well. But Michael Maddox says, and my best childhood memory is a very long story, says Michael. Well, so he won't be sharing that with us either, will he? It's a very long story. Country View says, New Being with a lake, too windy by the sea. I don't know. I quite like the sea, New Being, because you get all those negative ions, Michael Maddox says, by the sea. Sea View, says Paula, because I'm a mermaid. What is the silvery spear behind me, Nubin? That's the world. People think I'm a flat earther, Nubin. Look, I can't be. Look. People live upside down here. Look. And they don't fall off the earth. And the water, right? It just goes. It sticks to the surface because of gravity, and it bends around. I'm being facetious. So there you go. It's my word. I got that when I was 50. Actually, it's things like that made me question the shape of the place we live on. See what I was saying? I was very careful there. So yeah, there you go, Nubin. Now you know. And that thing next to it there, that is my where I keep my distilled water. And I can hear it's just finished upstairs. I just finished making some more distilled water. What else are people saying here? Blue sky. What's blue sky saying? Blue sky's on her phone. It's different or something. I don't know. Soz James, didn't see your response to Spanish. Oh, they're talking about contacts here. The BB says that Daily Mail is my go-to for health choices. I try and mix them up, Beeb. I try and get some British bullshit corporation as well. Don't forget, I've got the quiz coming up any second now. All right, but let's just talk about Tony. I've got a question for you, and you can start putting this in the chat as well, because I put this. What's your best memory of Tony, if you've got one? Of the non-violent extremists. We lost. It was Pete and Cookie were going to go live last Wednesday, and then all of a sudden the chat came up, FUCK cancer, and it all looked a bit dodgy, and it was some very sad news, and they told us that we'd lost Tony. Apparently he'd passed about the week before or something like that. I spoke to Tony and only August 25th, something like that. And we used to share, just ideas about, about RSO, Rick Simpson oil and things like that. And we used to talk about it and how it used to help him. I sent Tony some myself as well, and some other bits and pieces that I can't discuss here. But Tony was always very kind to me, and he was always very welcoming to people in the chat as well. He was the number one go-to person to administer all the shows, and he was my first choice to administer my show as well. And he was a great admin guy. He really was. But more importantly, he was great with his own memes. And I just want to share with you now again I've just got one here to share with you. So I'm just going to share this with you. Let me come back here because it just started then. So let me just present this to you as well. I'm just going to remove myself, and then I'll share Tony's one.
I'm sorry about the balls. It was a lucky shot, that's all.
False news has become all too common on social
Relax, buddy. You're awake now. This is not a Sutter Kane story. This is not reality. Not reality. Not reality. This is reality. Not reality.
Please hang up and try again.
There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. That was one of Tony's things he did for Starfish Troopers. And don't forget, you got Starfish Troopers tomorrow as well. Let's have a look what people saying here. All of Tony says Spanish chicken. Everything about Tony, most honest guy you could ever know, says James. You could ever meet. And Jimmy says, best memory of Tony was how I used to explain how the Bible is fake and he never lost his faith or told me I was wrong. Yeah, he was a very fair man, Jim. He really was. And Blazing Star says Tony was a good soul. Pete says, got no bad memories of Tony, real friend. Yeah. And Blazing says, back in 2017, when I became single and needed a different phone to talk to my kids, he gave me his old iPhone 5. Oh, that was such a good gesture, wasn't it? You know. Miss Blue Sky says, no specific memory. I will always remember when I first started watching the raccoons, and he was one of the very first who welcomed me and made me laugh so many times. He really was a genuine good guy. Yeah, he was. He was a really good guy. Let's just look at some of the let's look at some of the other memes that he's done. Where are they? Where are they? Yeah, did that one. Yeah, then there was this one as well. Government health warning, watching raconteurs news can give you a dose of the serious shits. And then there was this one as well. Raconteurs News investigates the case of the phantom nipple twister of old London town. And there you have Dinny, there you have Jason, and there you have, I think it's Jimmy in the middle there as well. And then there was the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse here. There we go. So you got Jim there on the right. You got Jason there next to him. You got me, and then you got Taylor as well. And then there was this one of me and Jim. This was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then there was this one as well. He did the Teletubbies one as well with our friend Sanders there on the right, and you got Dinny and Taylor and Jim there and Jason in the background. That was brilliant. And then he's done this one as well. He's got Uni there. And then he's done this one as well, of course. Jason and Dinny, mini me. Yeah, baby. Oh dear. And then I don't know if I've shown you this one. Oh, there we go. There's that one as well. Dinny and the Queen. See, Dinny's not here. He's not here. He's a twit. He should be here. He'll probably watch the playback anyway. And then he did this one for me as well. He did this. There's me as like, I think I'm sort of meant to be Robin Hood or something like that. And this one I really liked. This is Muscles. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Let's hide that. What are you guys saying in the chat? Let's have a look. Oh, Nick GB is here. Hello, Nick. How are you? Welcome. People saying hello to Nick. Oh, Nick, I'm sorry you just found out. Sorry, mate. Yep. Yeah, fortunately, we lost Tony a couple of weeks ago. The news was broken on Starfish Troopers show last Wednesday, mate. People saying hello to Nick. Let's see what else has been said here. Mascara, I miss his stoicism. He never complained about the pain and just got on with what he could do instead of feeling sorry for himself. 100% Mascara. Absolutely 100%. New being, I remember Tony as Dot Tony When I first joined the Raconteurs news chat some years ago, he was very caring and welcoming. He was always very caring and welcoming to everyone. You're absolutely right, Nude Beam. Spanish. That's because he was mashed out of his head. Yeah. He had terrible giggles, says Paula. And Mascara says everyone copes in their own way. Yep, absolutely. Right. I've got one last dedication. I'm going to save it right for the end of the show, all right? But now it's time for the quiz. So I've got a new quiz for you. This one is called triviaplaza.com, from Trivia Plaza. And there's loads and loads of different sections on this one. So I've just chosen this particular one, and it's questions for songs between 1980 and 89. And it's, can you match these questions, song titles, with the missing words? It's not that difficult. This is all about fun, isn't it? Okay, so it's all about fun. So I'm going to share the screen now with you, all right? Let me just present this, okay? Share screen, here we go. So are you ready, yeah? Yeah, okay. So let's play, all right? Here we go. Come on, up you come. Oh, balls. Typical. Reload this page. Right, here we go. Let's try again. What have you done for me, Janet Jackson? What's the missing word? Is it Johnny, baby, recently or lately? What have you done for me by Janet Jackson? Is it Johnny, baby, lately or recently? I think that's quite easily, isn't it? Easy, isn't it? Let's just get rid of this. Banners. Let me just get rid of that. Okay. Just come back to the chat. Miss Blue Sky says lately. Starfish Trooper says baby. New Bean says lately. Michael Maddox says lately. Spanish says lately. Yeah, I think it's lately. What have you done for me lately? Nick Kershaw said, wouldn't it be lovely? Or wouldn't it be love? Or wouldn't it be nice? Or wouldn't it be good? Nick Kershaw said, wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be love? Wouldn't it be nice? Or wouldn't it be good? What did Nick Kershaw say? What's the missing word? Blazing Star says good. Nubian says nice. Spanish says nice. James says nice. Jimmy says good. Miss Blue Sky says good. Wouldn't it be good to be in your shoes? Grass is always greener over there. Van Morrison, have I told you, woman, twice, lately or baby? Van Morrison, have I told you, baby, lately, woman, or twice? What's the missing word, mate? Can you guess right? Nubian says lately. Jimmy says lately. Starfish Troopers says lately. Spanish says lately. Blazing says lately. I think we all know, don't we, eh? Yeah, we know it's lately, yeah. Have I told you lately that I love you? Human League says, don't you something me? Don't you something me? Is it see? Is it love? Is it get? Or is it want? The Human League said, don't you something me? Is it see, want, love, or get? Nubian says want. Spanish says want. James says love. Paula says want. Blazing says want. Michael says love. Spanish says wank. Mascara says love. Come on, you all know this tune. Rick says it. Rick's got it right. All those other people have got it right. Don't you want to be baby? Don't you want to be? Question 5. Diana Ross sung, why do fall in love? Is it why do we, or why do people, why do lovers, or why do fools fall in love? Diana Ross said, why do fall in love? Jimmy says it's fools. James is saying it's fools. And Nubian says fools. Michael saying fools. Blazing saying fools. I think you're all guessing it's fools then, yeah? Why do fools fall in love? The Clash said, should I stay or should I run? Or should I quit? Or should I go? Or should I leave? The Clash said, should I run? Should I leave? Should I go? Or should I quit? What did the Clash say? James says go. Michael says go. Paula says go. Starfish says go. Nubian says go. Blazing says go. And Nick GB says fools. He's a bit behind there. Go now, says Nick GB. He's finally caught up. Rick says go. Mascara says go. Paula says go. Yes, of course it's go. Whitney Houston once said, where do hearts go? Where do hearts go? Is it lying? Is it broken? Is it golden? Is it cheating? Spanish says suck. I don't know. No. Where do suck go? No. Paula says broken. Nubian says broken. Starfish says cheating. No, that's not the answer. Oh, it is an answer, actually. Yeah. Where do cheating hearts go? Mascara says broken. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It is. It's where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? Question 8. Barbara Streisand said, Papa, can you me? Barbara Streisand said, Papa, can you me? Is it see? Is it feel? Is it tell? Is it hear? You wouldn't want your papa to feel you, would you? I don't know. It's a bit dodgy, really, isn't it? Nubian says tell. Blazing says hear. Mascara says tell. Starfish says tell. Give me inheritance early. Give me my inheritance early, says Spanish. Is it here? It is here. Papa, can you hear me? El DeBarge says, who's Johnny? Who's Donny? Who's Tommy? Who's Ronnie? I actually don't know who the... I know El DeBarge because I thought El DeBarge did Rhythm of the Night, or was that just DeBarge? I don't know. Spanish will be able to tell me. He knows a lot about music. Who's blah blah by El DeBarge? Is it Johnny? Is it Donny? Is it Ronnie? Is it Tommy? Paula says no idea. Michael says Johnny. Nubian says Johnny. I'm going to guess Johnny. Starfish says Johnny. Mascara says LOL. James says Johnny. I say Johnny. Dear Johnny. Yes, you were right. And question 10. Yes, it's that Culture Club favorite. Do you really want to me? Do you really want to me? So is it break? Is it love? Is it hurt? Is it full? Culture Club said, do you really want to me? Is it hurt? Is it full? Is it break? Is it love? Come on, get your answers in now. No, it's not fuck, Spanish. Nick GB says it's hurt. Starfish Pete says spank. Paula says hurt. James says hurt. Michael says hurt. Blazing says hurt. Nubian says hurt. Rick says hurt. Miss Blue Sky says Kinky Pete. That's not an answer. I know, I'm just pulling your leg there, Miss Blue Sky. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you know that this is the end of the quiz? We got 10. Yeah, excellent. Done. Right. Just want to show you. Look at this, right? So look, this is all the song titles pop quiz. You can do month and year song titles. You can do music genres and song titles. You can do body parts titles. You can do question songs between 70 and 79. Should we have a quick go? Should we do that? Let's just have a quick go. Pick the words that are missing from these question songs of the 70s, mate. Yeah? Say, has anybody seen My Sweet Gypsy? Something. Tony Orlando and Dawn. Is it Violet, Jasmine, Rose? Anyway, I'm not going to do it. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. I'm coming back because it's 10 o'clock and it's time for an after chat. And it's also, Chris is saying, my hands stink of chicken food now. Chris, what have I told you about sticking your hands up a chicken's ass? Yeah, I think it was Rose, Nubian, and Mascara. We'll do another quiz next week, yeah? You like that one? Did you like that? Yeah? We'll do another one next week. Okay, we'll do another one next week. So that just leaves me to say, Tony, rest in peace. We miss you, brother. You can see the love that's here. I know that he'd probably be watching now, and he's been watching all of these shows, and he'll still be watching in the future and everything. Yeah, I'm just going to put the link up as well, the invite link, and I'm just going to do one last thing as well. If it's still up here, that is. Oh dear, where is it? Oh, balls. Right, I've just copied that. I'm not sure I've got it. Let me just paste that in there, in the chat there. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. It's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, it's typical. It's bloody disappeared. I had it all ready as well. Right, I wonder if I can just pull it back up. Hang on a second. Bear with. Talk amongst yourselves. History. Let's have a look. There it is. Gotcha. Yes, baby. Okay, let me make that. Let me just click on that. Let me make that large. Let me bring that up. So, yes, let me come back to you. Right, I've got that ready now. So, don't forget, Pete and Cookie tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Then you've got Steve to Goose at 8 o'clock on Thursday. On Friday, you've got Reality Chat. And on Saturday at 10 o'clock, you've got Raconteurs News with our Jimmy, of course. Thanks, everyone, for watching. God bless you. I really appreciate you watching. If you've enjoyed the show, give it a sub if you're not a sub, and give it a thumbs up. I'll be back next Tuesday. And again, thanks for everyone for watching. I don't know what else to say, really. It's a bit. I felt a bit weird tonight, knowing about Tony and everything. It's just really, really sad. But I'm just going to leave you with this. So if you want to join me in the chat, I'll just put the chat in again. Paste that in there. There we are. Okay, so if you fancy an after chat, please jump in. I'm just going to leave you with a very, very short dedication. This was Dinny asked for this. It's not something I would have thought of, but it's a nice little thing. It shouldn't get pulled anyway, so I'm just going to share it. All right, let's just not that one. Let's just do this. Share screen. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to take my... Yeah, here we are. Okay, folks, see you in the after chat. God bless you. Remember, they may come as good as Tony, but they don't come any better. See you next Tuesday, all right? Night. See you soon.